will bow before the Lion and the Lamb. Every knee will bow before him. Who can stop the Lord Almighty? Who can stop the Lord Almighty? Who can stop the Lord Almighty? Who can stop the Lord? Our God is the Lion of Judah. He's roaring with power, fighting our battle. Every knee will bow before him. Our God is the Lamb that was slain for the sin of the world. His blood breaks the chains. Every knee will bow before the Lion and the Lamb. Every knee will bow before him.
Hello, my name is Tanya Yoon, and I am so excited to be spending the next few minutes of Kwasind summer fun with you. As we begin, I want to ask you a question. If you could choose only one food to eat for the rest of your life, what would you choose? Pause the video for a moment and chat with that amongst the people that you're watching this with. So, what did you choose? I choose dill pickles. They're perfect. They're crunchy. They're kind of tangy. I could eat them all day long. Well, I would like to invite you to go on a little journey with me. Imagine, if you will, that we've gone out on a boat ride. The water is perfect. And so we're out there paddling, enjoying the day. And then all of a sudden, things change. The waves start getting rougher, the wind is picking up, and we're blowing all around. And then all of a sudden, smack into some rocks. Oh no, we've got a hole now. We're taking in water. We're starting to sink. Oh no, what are we going to do? And then we see it, the island. We are taking on so much water that we abandon ship. We grab our life jackets. We swim and swim and swim, hoping we'll make it. And we do. We get to the island and we are so hungry. But of course, we have no food, no supplies, nothing with us. Looking all around, what are we seeing here? Leaves, sticks. I wonder what bark would taste like. Not really too much. How would it be to eat worms? Just when we think that there is nothing else that we can do and we're going to starve to death, all of a sudden, ta-da! Bread from heaven seems to be falling. Wow, isn't that amazing? Well, could you believe if that actually happened? Wouldn't that be incredible? Have you ever been really, really hungry and you have no idea where you're going to get any food? If you have bread, you won't starve. Bread will keep you alive. It'll sustain you. Bread, while seemingly ordinary, can actually save your life. And as an aside, here's a challenge for you. See if you can look up the meaning and significance of bread in Jewish culture. See what you find out. Today, I want to share a story with you about some people who were really, really hungry. And this comes from the book of John, chapter 6. So I'm going to invite you now to listen to this story. So we read, Jesus crossed to the far shore of the Sea of Galilee, that is, the Sea of Tiberias, and a great crowd of people followed him because they saw the signs he had performed by healing the sick. Then Jesus went up on a mountainside, sat down with his disciples. The Jewish Passover festival was near. When Jesus looked up and saw a great crowd coming toward him, he said to Philip, "Where shall we buy bread for these people to eat?" He asked this only to test him, for he already had in mind what he was going to do. Philip answered him, "It would take almost a year's wages to buy enough bread for each one to have a bite." Another of his disciples, Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, spoke up. "Here is a boy with 5 small barley loaves and 2 small fish. But how far will they go among so many?" Jesus said, "Have the people sit down." There was plenty of grass in that place, and they sat down. About 5,000 men were there. Jesus then took the loaves, gave thanks, and distributed to those who were seated as much as they wanted. He did the same with the fish. When they had all they had to eat, he said to his disciples, "Gather the pieces that are left over. Let nothing be wasted." So they gathered them and filled 12 baskets with the pieces of the 5 barley loaves left over by those who had eaten them. Wow, isn't this amazing? Well, this is really incredible, but the story doesn't end here. Jesus and his disciples then left the crowds. They crossed over to the Sea of Galilee, and the next day, the crowds came back looking for Jesus. They couldn't find him anywhere, and somebody said, "We saw the disciples get in a boat and cross the lake. Maybe Jesus also went across the lake." So off the crowds went looking for Jesus. They piled into boats. They rowed and rowed and rowed. They crossed to the Sea of Galilee to a town called Capernaum. And who do you think they found when they got there? They found Jesus. When they found him there, they said to him, "Jesus, we have been looking for you all over. When did you get here?" Jesus said to them, "You've been looking for me very hard, but not because you believe in me. It's only because you're hoping I'm going to give you free food again. You need to believe in me." Then the people said, "If you give us food again, then maybe we'll believe." Wow, that's a little bit cheeky. So Jesus said to them, "You need bread from heaven that will feed your souls, not bread to feed your stomachs." And they said, "Give us this bread from heaven." And then Jesus said something very important. He said, "I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never go hungry, and whoever believes in me will never be thirsty." Wow. I wonder what that means. I wonder, does it mean that we'll never have to eat again? Hmm. Jesus wants us to know him and to know that he will save us, that he will sustain us. I wonder if that's why he told us that he is the bread of life. No snack, no food, no person, and nor anything else will ever truly satisfy us. But knowing Jesus will give us life eternally forever. And when we know God, he helps us to know who we are. I wonder, do you know who you are? You are a beloved child of God, created in love, created to be loved, created to love. I have some questions for you that you can chat about with your grown-ups after this. I am so grateful that by God's grace that I know the bread of life and believe in him. I wonder, do you?